trigonometry. Okay, so first thing in this is see, in trigonometry we always see a triangle there and we see angle theta here. Okay, we see a triangle and we see angle theta, and then using this angle theta we find different trigonometric ratios. Okay, so first thing we learn about this angle theta. Okay, now this year we just don't have angles between 0 to 90. Last year what we had some angles like 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, but this year it is extended. Okay, you have to learn angles from 0 to 360 degree or more also. You have to learn angles from 0 to 360, 720, all. Okay, and trigonometric ratios for all. So how we show that angles more than 360 degree or more than 90 degree, how we show that in coordinate axis? Or okay, so see, what we do in coordinate axis, we fix this arm. Okay, we take this as one arm of that angle. Okay, and then the second arm we can take anywhere here. Okay, and second arm, the vertex of second arm must be here. Okay, and we can take second arm anywhere here. See, if I take second arm here and if this angle is 30 degree, okay, so this angle becomes 30 degree, and now the second arm we can rotate. Okay, see, now here I have rotated it from here to here. Whenever we rotate it from here to here, it becomes positive. Okay, so I show rotation like this from here to here, and this is positive. So imagine this angle is 30 degree, so this is plus 30 degree. Understood? No? Same way, if I rotate it from here to here, okay, I'll rub this, and if I rotate it from here to here, for example, okay, so second arm I am rotating, one arm I am keeping fixed on positive x-axis, second arm I am rotating. So here, from here to here I have rotated, so this becomes, we'll imagine that this is 120 degree. Okay, see, more than 90, so it will be near somewhere here, so 120 degree. Understood? No? If I rotate it more, for example here, so we are rotating this way. Okay, so this becomes more than 180, so we'll imagine as 210 degree or and so. Understood? No? So we show angles like this on coordinate axis. So whenever we rotate it this way, this is what? This is opposite of clock. If you see how clock rotates, it rotates like this, no? So this way clock rotates, so this is opposite of rotation of clock. So this is anti-clockwise. And whenever rotation is anti-clockwise, we take angle as positive. Understood? Same way, there is one more type of rotation which is called as clockwise, this way. Okay, means for example, I rotate it in this direction. See, from here I started and I rotated it like this. So this is, for example, 30 degree angle, but I won't write it as 30 degree. Okay, I'll write it as minus of 30 degree because I rotated it clockwise. Understood? No? Same way, this angle from here to here, so it is minus of some angle. For example, it is minus of 135 degree. Okay, since I have rotated it this way, it becomes minus. Okay, so clockwise, for clockwise rotation, remember for clockwise rotation we always take positive sign. Understood? Clockwise rotation, and for anti-clockwise rotation we take negative. For clockwise we take negative sign, and for anti-clockwise we take positive sign. Understood? So next, so first thing we learned about is rotation and finding different angles on coordinate axis. Second thing we'll learn is different measures of angles. Okay, different measures of angle. One of the measure which we have already learned is what? Degrees, and which we have been using, okay, since lower classes, degrees, and we know how to count angles in degrees. One more measure we will learn this year or after this in 11th and continue. We will learn measure in radians. Okay, this is one more measure. See how we measure temperature in degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, then Kelvins also. Okay, so there are different measures of temperature, there are different measures of length. So we can measure length in centimeter also, meter also, kilometer also. Same way there are different measures of angle. One is degrees, second one is radians. Okay, so this we have already learned. So this is left. Okay, how we measure angle in radians. So what we do, a simple procedure for that. Okay, actually radians are same as real numbers. So what we do, see if we take full circle like this, okay, understood no, of radius 1 centimeter, and if I rotate this second arm, see if I consider this as one arm, okay, and if I rotate this second arm and come back here, what will happen? What will get? 0, then here it will be 90, 180, 270, 360 degree. So this will be 360 degree. Okay. Now you know circumference of a circle, it is 2 pi r, correct? 2 pi r, and here since the radius is 1, it is 2 pi into 1, which is 2 pi. So 360 degrees is same as 2 pi. So this we can say as 2 pi only, or we put radians symbol here. This is called as radians. This can also be called as real numbers. Okay, even if you don't put symbols, no problem. Okay, here you have to put symbol degree, but here even if we don't put symbol, no problem. Understood no? So 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi. From here what we get if I divide this down? So 1 degree is what? 2 pi upon 360 degrees. Okay, so 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radians. So remember this, 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radians. Okay, and similarly if I rotate this, what will get? If I try to find 1 radian, what will get? I will take this 2 pi down and cut this. What I get? 1 radian is equal to 180 upon pi degrees. Understood? So 1 radian is 180 upon pi degrees. Or definition of radians is what? See, if 1 unit of a circle we take and trace 1 unit of length here, okay, 1 unit of a circle we take, and if we trace 1 unit of this length, okay, then this measure of angle is 1 radian. Okay, understood? And 1 degree is same as pi by 180 radians, and 1 radian is same as 180 by pi degrees. So this is relation between degree and radians, and this is relation between radian and degrees. Okay, next, so we have to remember this, and next we will see how to convert degrees into radians and radians into degrees, and I will show you only those which are required. Okay, so first one, 30 degrees. How we convert this in radians? 30 degrees. Okay, see, we know 1 degree is equal to what? pi upon 180 radians, correct? Now I multiply 30 on both sides. So what we get? 30 degree here. So 30 into pi upon 180. Understood? Now if I cut this 0 with 0, 3 1s are 3, 3 6 are 18. So we get pi by 6 radians. Understood? So 30 degrees pi by 6. Remember. Next, if I ask you to find for 45 degrees, what will get? See, again you put formula 1 degree is equal to pi upon 180 radian. So 45 degrees is equal to 45 pi upon 180 radian. Understood? No? Now if I cut this, what do you get? 45 into 1 and 45 into 4. 45 into 1 and 45 into 4. Pi upon 4. Or we can simplify this using 5. Okay, 5 nines are, and again what will be this? So 45 upon 180. If you are not able to do it directly, you can do it like this. Okay, 5 into 9 and this is what? 5 into 3s are 15. Okay, 3 left, 6. So 9 1s are 9, 9 4s are 36. Understood? No? The same thing we get. Understood? This way we count angles in, convert angles from degrees to radians. Same way we will see how we convert angles from radians to degrees. Okay. See, I won't be able to complete entire portion here. So whatever I could do, I will do. Okay. However much I could do, I will do. So next thing, converting angles from radians to degrees. For example, if I am given like this, 2 pi upon 3 radians, how we convert this into degrees? This is 2 pi upon 3 radians. So 1 radian is equal to what? 180 upon pi degrees. 1 radian is 180 upon pi degrees. So 1 radian. So 2 pi upon 3 radians will be what? 2 pi upon 3 into 180 upon pi degrees. Understood? Now when we cancel this pi and this 3 into 6 is 18, 60 degree, 2 into 60 is 120 degree. Understood? No? So 2 pi upon 3 radians is 120 degree. Okay, I am only showing standard angles here. These angles which will be useful for us later. 3 pi by 4 radian. What we get? Already know 1 radian is 180 upon pi degrees. Okay, 3 pi upon 4 radians will be what? 3 pi upon 4 into 180 upon pi. You can cancel this pi. So then again, if I divide this, what we get? 4 1s are 4, 4 4s are 16, 2 left, 4 5s are 20. So 45 into 3 is 135 degree. Understood? So this is the way we convert radians to degrees. Next thing, I'll rub this. Next, some standard angles which we require. I will not write all the standard angles here. So basic standard angles which we learned in 10, that only will write, and don't worry, remaining angles also we can convert. Okay. So these standard angles are very important. Don't forget this. Which are those angles? First one is 0 degree, which is same as 0 radians. Okay. This is in degrees, this is in radians. Okay. 30 degrees is pi by 6 radians. So remember this. These are very important. 45 degrees is pi by 4 radians. 60 degrees is pi by 3 radians, and 90 degrees is pi by 2 radians. At least this you all remember. Okay. 0, pi by 6, pi by 4, pi by 3, pi by 2. Okay. And along with that you can remember this also, means the angles which are on the axis. I will show you angles which are on the axis. See, this is 0 degree, this is pi by 2. Along with this you can remember this also. Okay, this is pi. Okay, 180 degree, which is same as pi. You can calculate and check. Then here it is. If I rotate like this, if I rotate like this, it will become different thing. So if I rotate like this is pi by 2, this is pi, this is 3 pi by 2. Okay, this is 2 pi. Then again continue. So these things you have to remember, and remember if I rotate like this, understood now? This way if I rotate 2 pi, then again 5 pi by 2 and so on. Understood now? Now if you remember this, you will be able to remember any standard angle. For example, if I told you to convert this in degrees, see to pi by 3, you want to convert this in degrees, no? You know what is pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60 degrees, so 2 into 60 degrees is 120 degree, 2 pi by 3 is 120 degree. Understood? Similarly 7 pi by 6 if you are asked, directly you can tell 7 pi by 6. So 7 into what is pi by 6? 30 degrees. So 7 into 30 degree is what? 210 degree. So this way you can convert and find remaining standard angles. Understood now? So I drop this, and you have to remember this also. Okay? Okay, next thing we are going to learn is the triangles. Okay, this you have already learned in 10th standard. I am just revising. 30, 60, 90 triangle and 45, 45, 90 triangle. These two triangles we have already learned. I am just revising this now. Okay, so I draw a triangle here, and now you can imagine slide. You know slides. Okay, when you are young, okay, a small kid, what you used to do? Used to go on slide. Okay, you used to play on slides and all, correct? So here, first thing is what we do first, we come here and then we climb till here. Understood? We come here and we climb till here using ladders or steps, whatever it is. So first step is this. Next, the second step is this slide from here to here. So second step is this, and then third step is what? We come back. Okay, we come back, and imagine now that there is some slide, and to come back you have to go from, see there is one roof here, you have to go under that. Okay, and then come here. So you can imagine this route as some roof. Okay, so you have to go under that roof and come here, and then you can reach here. Understood? Now 30, 60, 90 triangle. Out of this, 90 angle is obviously this, 30 is the smaller angle. Okay, this one is 30 degrees smaller angle, and 60 degrees this bigger angle. Okay, this one triangle you have to remember. Same way, one more triangle is 45, 45, 90 triangle. So here both angles are 45 and one is 90. So how we remember this? You can imagine, see, imagine there is a police here and there was a thief here. Okay, both didn't see each other. Okay, police went here, thief went here. Okay, one police was there here, one thief was there here, and they both didn't see each other. Police went here, thief went here. Okay, so police reached here. When police reached here, exactly at the same time thief reached here. Okay, and police saw the thief, and then he caught him, and in one jeep. Imagine this is a jeep. In one jeep, both of them went to police station. Understood now? So this thing you can imagine. So again you can remember this now. Okay. Now along with this you must also know what are the trigonometric ratios. Okay. So first is sin theta is what? Opposite upon hypotenuse, correct? Cos theta is what? Remember it from previous classes, 10th standard. Opposite upon, adjacent upon hypotenuse. Third thing is tan theta is what? Opposite upon adjacent. Remember this? Okay, sin theta is opposite upon hypotenuse, cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse, tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. Now here, reciprocal of sin theta is cosec theta, which is same as 1 upon sin theta, reciprocal of sin theta, correct? Which is same as hypotenuse upon opposite, correct? Similarly, cos theta is what? 1 upon, sec theta is 1 upon cos theta, same as hypotenuse upon adjacent. And last thing is tan theta 1 upon cot theta, cot theta is 1 upon tan theta, which is adjacent upon opposite. These are all the trigonometric ratios, and same thing will be there in this year also. Okay, now this thing you have learned in previous classes. Okay, now see this triangle, this angle is theta, which is opposite side which is in front of this, which is opposite side, correct? Adjacent side is what? The side which is touching this. Okay, adjacent side, and this side which is little slanted is hypotenuse side. Understood? So remember this. Okay, and then you can tell any trigonometric ratios. For example, you asked sin 30 degree, you can tell from here, opposite upon hypotenuse. So if this is 30 degree, opposite of that is 1, hypotenuse is 2. So sin 30 degree is 1 upon 2. Okay, this thing you have already learned in previous classes. Okay, and if you don't remember this all, I'll make it short for you all. Try to remember this. See, sin, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, O, A, O, H, H, A. Okay, now see, sin theta is what? Opposite upon hypotenuse. If you want cosec theta, you come from here to here, hypotenuse upon opposite. Similarly, cos theta is adjacent upon hypotenuse. If you want sec theta, what do you do? Hypotenuse upon adjacent. Same way, tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. If you want cot theta, you get adjacent upon opposite. Understood? This is a way of remembering. Okay, and see, some of the ways of remembering I have learned from my own. For example, this story of this. Okay, this triangles obviously I didn't find of my own, but story related these two stories which I have told, which I have found from my own. Remaining things, okay, so many things I didn't find by my own. Okay, means I learned it from my senior teachers, or sometimes my friends, or even from my student also. Okay, so whatever things I have learned, I am sharing here. Okay. Okay, one more thing you have to remember is this: tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta from last year. Okay, and same way cot theta is cos theta upon sin theta. Okay, these two formulas also you have to remember. At least remember this: tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. This you can remember by looking at tan theta. Okay, cot is reciprocal of tan. Okay, so this you can remember using that method. Understood? So I'll drop this. Now we'll move on to 11th standard and see how these formulas we write in 11th standard. Same formulas, means sin theta is what? Opposite upon adjacent hypotenuse. So in 11th standard how we write it? So for trigonometric ratios in quadrants, means different quadrants if you are given. In one quadrant you can directly write that opposite upon hypotenuse, but here we do it like this. See, we take one triangle in any quadrant. If it is first quadrant, we take triangle like this, and while taking triangle, remember, taking triangle, just draw that line. Means for example, you are given 30 degrees. Okay, so draw a line 30 degrees here. Okay, just draw a line of radius r, and this you will take according to that triangles. Okay, 30, 60, 90 triangles. According to that you can take this radius. Okay, so whatever hypotenuse there you can take it here. So r, and then draw a perpendicular line here. Always remember, draw a perpendicular line on x axis. Okay, so in general if this angle is theta, what you have to see? You have to see this point. Okay, always. If this is positive point, then you have to take positive. Negative point, then you have to take negative. Remember. So this point we have to take. Okay. So if this distance is x and this distance is y, okay, what this point will become? X comma y. Okay. And since both are in positive direction, see, this is plus, this is plus, this is minus, this is minus. Both are in positive direction, this is plus x plus y. Okay. And if they are in negative directions, you have to take minus. Okay. Means if here it is, you have to take minus x, and this is y. Okay. So from this cos theta, so this is new way, okay, to write cos theta now. So what we write? X upon r, remember, okay, x upon r. So x axis, whatever point is there on x axis, that you have to write, and r is the hypotenuse. Okay. Similarly, sin theta is what? Y upon r. Remember, sin theta is y upon r, where r is the radius. Actually, we take it as a circle, okay, and we consider this as radius. Okay. Sin theta is y upon r. Then tan theta is y upon x. Okay. Tan theta is y upon x. Remember this. Cos theta is x upon r. Sin theta is y upon r. And how you can remember this tan theta? You can remember it as cos sin upon cos. See, sin upon cos is what? Sin upon cos. Sin is y upon r. Cos is x upon r. So this becomes y upon x. Correct? Understood? Y upon x. Similarly, if you want to write reciprocals, this reciprocal of this will be sec theta, which is r upon x, obviously. Reciprocal of this. Cosec theta is r upon y, and cot theta is x upon y. Understood? So this you have to remember. Okay. So I'll rub this. And remember, this x and y you have to take. Don't take this length. You have to take the point. Okay, x and y. Understood? No? We will do examples of this. For example, you have to find all trigonometric ratios for theta is equal to 210 degree. Okay. What you do? I'll just show you. Zero. Now, what you do? 210 will be where? See, this is 0 degree obviously. I will write plus here, minus here. Plus means what? See, this is positive side. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I put plus here. Then this is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I put plus here. I will not write points. Okay. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So minus. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So minus. Okay. Next, I draw a line here. Okay. Like this. Sorry, this is 210. So tell me, this is 0 degree here. Obviously, this will be what? 90 degree. Okay, this is 180 degree. This is 270 degree. Correct? And this is again 360 degree. Correct? Again 360 degree. Okay. So where will be 210 degree? Here. Okay. So I draw a line here. Okay. Then draw a perpendicular on x-axis. Understood? No? Draw a perpendicular on x-axis like this. Now, see, 210 means what? From here I start. Okay, from here I start and reach till here. Correct? This is 210 degree. Correct? From here I start and reach till here. This is 210 degree. Now, if this entire is 210 degree, how much is this? This will be 30 degree obviously. Correct? This is 30 degree, only this much. It's 30 degree. Now, if this is 30 degree, how much will be this? This will be 60 degree. Correct? And this is 90 degree. Now you can construct triangle here. What triangle it is? 30, 60, 90 triangle. See, opposite of 30 is what? In the triangle. You can remember the triangle slide. 1, see, 30, 60. So 1 start from here, then slide here, then go down, root 3. So opposite of 30 is 1, adjacent of 30 is root 3, adjacent of 30 is root 3, and hypotenuse is 2. Correct? So from here what we get? X see if this distance is 3, this is negative side, correct? So value of x is here c. If I write point here, okay, so this will be negative of root 3, correct? Point will be what? Negative of root 3, and here will be see on x axis it is negative of root 3 and on y axis it is plus negative of 1, correct? See on x axis negative of root 3 and y axis negative of 1, correct? And r is what? 2. So using this we can find all the trigonometric ratios now. What is cos theta? Have to remember that cos theta is what? Or else I will show you more shortcut trick, okay? Cos theta is what? X upon r. Either you can remember this or just looking at this, what you do? See, this is negative side, correct? First I will show that cos theta is x upon r. So what it will be? X is what? Minus root 3, r is what? 2. Root 3 upon 2, correct? Sin theta is what? Y upon r is what? C. Y is what? Minus 1, r is what? 2. This is x, this is y. X coordinate, y coordinate. Y upon r, so minus 1 upon 2. Tan theta is what? Cos upon sin, okay? Cos is what? Sorry, sin upon cos, so minus half upon root 3 by 2, or you can remember this, y upon x is what? Minus 1 upon root 3. See, y is minus 1, x is minus root 3, so plus 1 upon root 3 2. And using this you can find remaining also, okay? Cos sin 10, cos sec will be what? Reciprocal of this, sorry, sec will be reciprocal of this, 2 upon minus 2 upon root 3. Cosec will be reciprocal of this, minus 2, and cot will be reciprocal of this, root 3. Understood now? Next, okay? See, if you ask like this, means if you don't remember that x upon r, y upon r, what you do? Just draw this triangle, okay? If you don't remember that, you can remember this at least, no? OAO, HHA, okay? Cos, sin cos 10, cosec, sec, cot. And remember this at least. So, see, here it is 30 degree obviously. This is 1. See, now this is negative side, so just put minus 1 here, correct? Since this is negative side, just put minus 1 there. This is way of remembering, okay? This is minus 1. See, again, see, because this is negative of y, correct? Similarly, this is negative of x, this is positive of x, this is negative of x. This is negative of x, so minus root 3, and this is 2. Now you can find any trigonometric ratio looking at this, correct? This is another way, okay? Next. If you are asked in radians, theta is equal to 11 pi by 6, for example. If you are asked in radians, what to do? You can convert this in degrees, correct? So how you convert this in degrees? So 11 pi by 6 radians, okay? Is equal to what? What to do? See, 11 pi by 6 into 180 upon pi, correct? 180 upon pi. Understood now? So cancel this pi. So 6. 3 so 11 into 30, this is 330 degree, correct? So if you are told in radians and you are told to find all trigonometric ratios, what you do? Convert it into degrees and then do, okay? Correct? Or other simple method is 11 pi by 6, and you have to just remember what is pi by 6. What is pi by 6? From that standard angle list, pi by 6 is 30 degrees, so 11 into 30 degrees, directly 330, correct? So next, I write here 330 degree. This is 0, 90, 180, 270. This is 360. So obviously, and this is plus, plus, minus, minus. 330 degree will be what? Here, in this quadrant. Okay. So from here to here, this is 330 degree. Okay, correct? Now, if this entire is 330 degree, then how much will be remaining? See, 330. After that, you have to reach till 360. So remaining is 30 degree, correct? Now you can join this here on x axis, always remember, okay? And now opposite of 30 is C. Shortcut, opposite of 30 is 1. But since it is negative side, I will write minus 1. Opposite of adjacent of 30 is root 3. Since it is plus, I can write plus root 3. And this is 2. This is always positive. Understood, no? Now you can find any trigonometric ratio. Cos 330 degree is what? X upon r you can say, or opposite upon, adjacent upon hypotenuse. What is adjacent of this 30 degree? Root 3. And hypotenuse is 2. So answer is root 3 by 2, correct? Cos 330 degree. Sin 330 degree is what? Sin 330 degree is what? Minus half, correct? Minus 1 upon 2. Tan 330 degree will be what? So tan 330 degree, sin upon cos. Tan is what? Sin. Understood, no? This is y upon r. So, and since or opposite upon hypotenuse, and since opposite is what? Minus 1, hypotenuse is 2. So minus 1 upon 2. And tan 330 degree is what? Y upon x. Okay. What is y here? Y axis. Minus 1, x is what? Root 3. Correct? We get this. And reciprocals also we can find cosec, sec, cot. Okay, students. Next we learn to find trigonometric ratios on axis. Here, if theta is 0 degree or 90 degree or 180 degree or 270 degree, that is 0 degree, 0 or pi by 2 or pi or 3 pi by 2. Here what we have to do, that we will check. For this cases, how we find trigonometric ratios. Okay. So what you do, just draw a circle here of radius 1 unit. Now what will be this point? This will be obviously 1 comma 0 if this is 1, correct? Similarly, what will be this point? 0 comma 1, correct? If this is 1, what will be this point? Minus 1 comma 0, what will be this one? 0 comma minus 1. All 4 points we got, correct? Next what we do? Just remember, for x coordinate always remember cos theta, y coordinate always remember sin theta, okay? See here I kept r is equal to 1 and then I find cos theta is equal to x upon r, okay? So for x just remember cos theta, for y just remember sin theta. For example, if you are asked to find cos of 90 degree, what to do? On 90 degree just see x axis, what we get? 0, so cos 90 is 0. Similarly, if you are asked to find cos of 270 degree, what we do? Just see 270 degree here and on that just see cos. Cos 270 degree is what? 0. Correct? If you are asked to find sin of 270 degree, what we do? Sin of 270 degree. What is sin of 270 degree? See, here is 270 degree. Sin means y. Just for cos, just look at x. For sin, just look at y for 270 degree. Sin of 270 degree is minus 1. Understood, no? This way you can find any trigonometric ratio. For example, cos of pi. Now, what is pi? Here 180 degree, or else you can use that method and find. Okay, pi into 180 upon pi. So cut, you get 180 degree. Cos of 180 degree. And what is cos of 180 degree? See here, this is cos, this is sin. Okay, cos of 180 degree is minus 1. Correct? If you are asked to find tan, what to do? Just find cos, sin, and find cos. For example, tan of 270 degree. What we do? What is sin of 270 degree? Minus 1. Cos of 270 degree 0. So answer is minus infinity. Okay, whenever you see minus 1 and 0, the answer we get is minus infinity. Remember, upon 0 means infinity, and because of this minus sign it is minus infinity. Okay, this way we can do anything now. Okay, so I'll drop this and remember this whenever we get answer like this, 1 upon infinity, 1 upon 0, answer is infinity, correct? And minus 1 upon 0, minus infinity. Remember this, okay? These two things. 1 upon 0 is infinity and minus 1 upon 0 is minus infinity, correct? Next, trigonometric ratios for negative angles. So, at the start of the chapter, what we have learned? Negative angles also, correct? So, now, what will be trigonometric ratios for negative angles? Means what? We are given negative here. Means if I start from here and stop here, okay? So, this becomes, for example, minus 45 degree, correct? So, if I start from here and stop here, this will be negative of 45 degree, correct? Clockwise. So, it is negative. So, for negative angles what we do? For negative angles what we do? Okay. This is minus of theta. If this is theta, this is negative of theta, correct? For negative angles what we do? So, for negative angles, whenever there is cos and sec, cos and reciprocal of cos, this negative sign goes and cos remains, sec remains, okay? And for all remaining ratios, what happens? For example, sine of minus theta is what? Minus of sine theta. So, this comes out. Similarly, if you asked cosec, reciprocal of sine, same thing happens, okay? Minus of cosec theta. Similarly, if you ask tan of minus theta, it's minus of tan theta. Similarly, if you ask cot of minus theta, minus of cot theta. For all remaining ratios it is minus, only for cos and sec it is plus. So, just remember this, okay? For cos and sec it is plus and for all remaining ratios it is minus. So, I will rub this. For example, if you ask tan of minus of 30 degree, what to do? Minus tan 30 degree, correct? Which is equal to minus of, what is tan 30 degree? 1 upon root 3. So, this is the answer, tan of minus 30 degree, okay? I will rub this now. Okay, next, trigonometric ratios for negative angles. Okay, this we have already done. Then trigonometric ratios for theta greater than or equal to 360 degree or 2 pi. If angle exceeds 360 degree, for example, angles can be 720 degree also, okay, 750 degree also, and how it is? See, if I start from here, rotate till here, this is 360 degree, and if I move till here, what will it become? For example, move 30 degree till here, what will it become? 360 plus 30, 390, okay? And again if I move till here, it will be what? 450, correct? Again move till here, okay? Then if I add 30 to this, 480, understood, no? So total angle is 480 degree. So for these angles what to do? What are the trigonometric ratios? For this angle also there is formula. It is sine of n into 360 degree minus theta plus theta, sorry, same as sine theta, remember, 360 degree plus theta, it's same as sine theta. Why? See, if I rotate from here to here, again I get back here only. See, if I rotate from here to 30 degree, again I will get back to 30 degree. So that's why this formula, okay, sine of n into 360 degree plus theta, or in radians it is sine 2n pi plus theta, same as sine theta, okay? And don't worry if negative sign and all comes, you can look at that also. Now, if you are asked, so we will do problems on this, and this holds for all trigonometric ratios, okay? All remaining holds for all remaining trigonometric ratios. all remaining ratios. Okay, this holds for all remaining trigonometric ratios. Okay, so I'll rub this now. For example, and for this, just remember this. See, if we do one rotation, we reach to 360 degrees. So just remember this. If we do two rotations, we reach to 720 degrees. Remember, okay? If we rotate again 360 degrees, you reach to 1080 degrees. Okay? If you rotate till again 360 degrees, you reach to 1440 degree. Again 1800 degree. Okay? Again 2160 degrees. Again 2480 degrees. Okay? This way it goes on. Now, if you are asked sine of 1470 degree, what to do? And in radians also it is easy, don't worry. Okay? For sine of 1470 degree, okay, what we do? Sine of 1470 degrees. So see where it is from here. It is near this 1440. If we add 30 to that 1440, what we get? 1470 plus 30 degree, correct? And you know this is what? Sine of n into 360 degree, that is 1 2 3 4 4 into 360 degree plus 30 degree. This is same as from previous formula, sine of 30 degree. The sine of 30 degree answer you have to write, which is half, correct? Finished. Similarly, if you asked cos of 2205 degrees, what to do? See, 2160 is here, correct? So you have to add 45 to that, so that we get 2260. So cos of 2160 plus 45 degree, correct? So this is also same as cos of 45 degrees. Cos of 45 degree you find and answer it. So 1 upon root 2. Answer of this is 1 upon root 2, correct? This way. Next, if you asked tan of 2450 degree. 2450 degree is near this, but it is less than this, correct? How much less? 30 less. Okay, so tan of 2450 is tan of 2480 minus 30 degrees, correct? Understood? Now this is same as tan of minus 30 degrees. Okay, tan of 2480 minus 30 degree, same as tan of minus 30 degree. Tan of 2n pi plus theta is same as tan of theta. Now tan of minus 30 degree is same as tan of 30 degree minus of tan of 30 degree, correct? Only for cos and sec this sine won't come out. For remaining all, sine will come out. This will minus 1 upon root 3. Understood? Similarly, if you are asked to find cot of 31 pi upon 4, like this, what to do? 31 pi upon 4. So first convert this into degrees, or what you do? See, you try to find 31 into what? Pi upon 4 is what? 45 degree. 31 into 45 degree. So one way. Don't worry, I will show you another way if this looks difficult. Okay. So 5, 4 plus 15, 5, 9, 3, 1. Correct? So 1395. So now you have to search 1395 there. Where it is? 1440. Okay. So 1440 minus 45 degree. Correct? This cot of 1395, which is cot of 1440 minus 45 degree. Correct? Then this same as cot of minus 45 degree. It's same as minus cot of 45 degree. It's same as minus of what is cot of 45? 1. Answer is minus 1. Okay. If you want in radians only, then also I can take. Okay, what is this? 31 pi upon 4. So you have to write this as a multiple of 2. Okay, see 31 pi upon 4, either you can write multiple of, see, whenever we divide that number, you should get an even number. That you have to take care. See, 31 pi upon 4. Correct? See, before this is 30, after this is 32. 31, before this is 30, after this is 32. Okay? So, 30 upon 4. Okay, you don't get any, you will get what? Won't be able to get exact, means it is not divisible, correct? Here it is divisible. So what will get? 32 upon 4 is divisible. So what I do? Cot of 32 pi. So minus 1 pi, correct? Obviously 32 minus 1, correct? 32 pi minus pi upon 4. And this is cot of 32 pi upon 4 minus pi upon 4. So cot of 32 pi upon 4. So 8 pi minus pi upon 4. And now you can use that pi formula. So 8 pi minus pi upon 4. So this is same as cot of minus pi upon 4. This is same as cot of minus 45 degree. Minus cot of 45 degree. So minus 1. Understood? If I given 13 pi by 3. Okay. So what will get? 13 pi by 3. See, 13 is there, 12 is there, 14 there. Out of this, which one is divided by 30? Which one is divisible by 3? Obviously this. So I write this as 12 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Correct? 12 pi by 3 is what? 4 pi plus pi by 3. Correct? Then I simplify this to pi by 3 and write the answer. Understood now? This way. Next, I will teach you what is ASTC. Okay, what we do? No, this is plus, this is plus, this is minus, this is minus. And in first quadrant, we write A. Okay. In second quadrant, we write S. Third quadrant, we write T. Fourth quadrant, we write C. What is the meaning of this? I will write here. A means all ratios are positive. Means what? In first quadrant. Okay. In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Means whatever you take 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, you get answer positive only. In second quadrant, see, from letter S, what you remember? Sine. So sine and reciprocal of sine, which is cosec, are positive. Remaining all are negative. Okay. Similarly, T means what? Tan and reciprocal of tan, which is cot, are positive. In third quadrant. Okay. And C means what? Cos and reciprocal of cos, that is sec, are positive. Remaining all are negative. This you have to remember. ASTC. This you can remember. I remember this line. Okay. All silver teacups, and this, I think this is there on the book only. All silver teacups, or add sugar to coffee. Then this statement also you can remember. Okay. ASTC. ASTC. Okay. So this will require, what is the meaning of this? See, in first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. In second quadrant, sine and reciprocal of sine. For example, if I try to find sine of second quadrant, 150 degree, okay, what I will get? Sine of 150 degree. So here it will be, this is 150 degree, what will be this? 30 degree obviously. So what I do? Sine 30 degree I find. Okay. First I will tell you how. This is negative. See, sine 30 degree. So here up it is 1, here it is 2, and here it is root 3, and since it is negative side it is minus root 3. So if you are trying to find sine now, what you will get? 1 by 2 and positive obviously, okay, here positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is positive, this is negative, okay. So sine 150 degrees height. Similarly cosec will be same, but tan, cot and all if you try to find you will get negative in what? First quadrant, okay. For example, tan of 150 degree will not be positive. How? See, tan is what? Opposite upon adjacent, so minus 1 upon root 3. Similarly cot if I try to find will get negative, cos will get negative, okay. In second quadrant, sine and cosec only these two are positive, remaining all you always get negative, okay. Similarly, tan and cot are positive in this, remaining all are negative. Sine of 210 degrees negative, cos of 210 degrees negative, sec of 210 degrees negative. Only tan and cot are positive, and last one only cos and sec are positive, okay. In fourth quadrant only cos and sec are positive, okay. So next we learn to solve this problem. One more type is there. If, see examples using ASTC we find this, okay. If cos theta is equal to minus 2 by 3, theta lies in second quadrant, find remaining ratios, okay, and remaining trigonometric ratios. Understood, no? So cos theta is minus 2 by root 3 and theta lies in second quadrant. So what we do? We draw that coordinate axis first. Here we write plus plus minus minus, correct? Here 0. And in second quadrant I just draw here, see it lies in second quadrant, so I just draw this here, okay. And then red triangle, okay. I put this theta, okay. Then cos is what? Cos theta is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse, using that OAOHH. You find this, okay. Sin, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. Cos is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So here adjacent is what? 2, and hypotenuse is what? Just take the numbers, okay. Hypotenuse, sorry, adjacent is 2 here, and hypotenuse is what? 3, okay. Adjacent is 2, hypotenuse is 3. Now see here, since this is 2 and it is this side, so we put minus sign here, okay. Since it is 2 here and it is this side, we put minus sign here, and then since this is up we put plus sign. So you just have to find this now. We do so by Pythagoras theorem I can find, I take this as A, this as B, this as C. AB square plus BC square is what? AC square, correct? Now what is AB? We don't know. BC is minus 2 square is equal to AC 3 square, okay. Or for trigonometry, for this don't take signs, okay. No problem even if you take signs, but don't take signs, okay. Directly you can take. So AB square equal to plus 4 is equal to 9. AB square and 9 minus 4. AB square is equal to 5. So AB is what? Root 5. Don't worry even if you take signs, no problem. This is root 5. And see, this is up here, it is positive. So looking at this, you can find all the trigonometric ratios now, correct? If you want to find sin theta, what you will get? Want to find sin theta, what you will get? Sin is opposite upon hypotenuse, so root 5 upon 3. Cos obviously you have found minus 2 by 3. Tan theta is what? Five upon minus 2, so minus root 5 upon 2 and so on, okay. So looking at this we can find. Here we needed ASTC, but in this problem it was not much needed, but here we will need that. See, what about this cosec theta? the reciprocal of this 3 upon root 5 sec theta is minus 3 by 2 and cot theta is minus 2 by root 5. Okay. Here it was not needed, but it is actually needed, ESTC. I will show you how in next problem. If cos theta or if tan theta is 4 by 5, 4 by 3 IT, theta lies in second quadrant. Find remaining trigonometric ratios. Theta lies in not second quadrant, I will take third quadrant. Find all trigonometric ratios. We do here third quadrant, so this theta is here and this tan theta is 4 by 3. Okay, so 4 is where? Here tan theta is opposite upon adjacent, so opposite here, adjacent is here. Now since this is minus 4, okay, so this is minus, this is minus. Now you can find all the trigonometric ratios. Before that, find this will be 5 and I find using Pythagoras theorem. Okay, and this is always positive. Okay, so you can find any trigonometric ratio using this. Correct? Minus 3, minus 4, 5. Right? No? Just remember this. Why I took minus 4 here? Because this is down and here this is. You can find trigonometric ratios, okay, using that OAOHHA or that x upon r, y upon r, y upon x. So also you can use. Okay, or you can remember this along with that x, y, then y, r and x, sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot. This also you can remember, or that you can remember OAOHHA, that also you can remember. Okay, rub this now. Next, trigonometric ratios for sum of angles. Sum of angles. Okay, for this there is a big proof actually. Okay, but we will not go in the proof now since we have less time now. Okay, I will directly tell you the formulas. Okay, sine of x plus y. Okay, if you remember these formulas, remaining all formulas will be able to remember. If you remember these formulas and use simple tricks. Okay, so sine x plus y is sine x cos y plus cos x sin y. Remember. Similarly, cos of x plus y is cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Remember, for sine of x plus y it is sin cos cos sin, and here the sin is same as this, and for cos of x plus y this sin is different than this. Okay, plus here it is minus. Okay, and here it is cos cos sin sin. Okay, so these things you have to remember. And if you want sin of x minus y, it is also easy. What we do? Replace here with minus sign. Sin x cos y minus cos x sin y. Similarly, cos of x minus y equal to cos x cos y. See, change this sign, make it plus cos x sin y. Just remember these two formulas. If you remember these two formulas, you can make other formula. Okay. If you want tan of x plus y, what we do? We simplify this. Tan is what? Sin upon cos Okay, sin upon cos, and then use this formula, sin in place of sin x cos y plus cos x sin y upon cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Then what we do? Divide this sin x cos y, divide this by c. This you have to divide, always remember. Okay, divide this by this, or see the formula. If you want to derive this, just look at the formula. Actually formula is like this, telling if you want to derive this. Okay, actually formula is like this, 10x plus 10y upon 1 minus 10x 10y. So this must become 1, that's why I am dividing everywhere by cos x cos y. In other formulas also see like this. So I won't go in details these formulas, okay, so I don't have time now. So I'll just divide this by cos x cos y. See, if I divide this by cos x cos y, what I'll get? See, I'll write it here. I'll only show this proof, okay. Won't be able to do everything now. Sin x cos y upon cos x cos y, divide everywhere, plus cos x sin y upon cos x cos y upon cos x cos y upon cos x cos y minus sin x sin y upon cos x cos y. So this way we can derive many formulas. This is what, this we can cut, this we can cut, this everything we can cut. What we get? 10x plus 10y upon 1 minus 10x 10y. Understood now? See, this much is 10, this much is 10x, this much is 10y, this much, everything is 1, this is 10x, this is 10y, this is minus c. Okay, you can derive all the remaining formulas using these two formulas. Okay, must just know the tricks. If you want to find for cot of x plus y, what you do? See, the formula is like this, cot x plus y, cot x cot y minus 1 upon cot y plus cot x. So how we derive this formula? First we make cos x upon sin x. We write this as cos x upon sin x. Okay, cos x plus y upon sin x plus y. Then we substitute these formulas of 10 sin and cos. So first write cos here, sin here. Then what we do? We have to make this one. So whatever term is there here, means for example this is this term will come there. Okay, whatever term is here, we have to divide throughout by that term. Okay, and then simplify. You will get this. Okay, so I won't be able to go in detail of that. So I'll drop this. Main are these two formulas and remaining. Okay, next we'll see using this, what is tan of 75 degree. What is this tan of 75 degree? Sorry, first we will find simple sin of 75 degree. So see, sin of 75 degree can be written as, so how we write this? We write this as sum of two standard angles. Okay, 75 degree as sum of two standard angles. Okay, sin of 45 degree plus 30 degree. Okay, sin of 45 degree plus 30 degree. What is sin of 45 degree? Okay, so after this we substitute formula, sin of x cos y, sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. Okay, and then we simplify. What is sin 45? You have to remember. Okay, sin of 45, using that triangles you have to find. So now I will write directly, sin of 45 is 1 upon root 2. This you can find using the triangle. Okay, and that OAOHHA or XXR. Okay, XYY RRX, XYY RRX, using that. Okay, or OAOHHA, using that you can find. Okay, cos of 30 degree is what? Root 3 by 2. Cos of 45 degree is 1 upon root 2, and sin of 30 degree is what? Half. Okay, so root 3 upon 2 root 2 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. Root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. This is the answer. Okay, Sin of 75 degrees, this. Similarly, if we are asked to find sin of 15 degree, or I'll write cos of 15 degree. Cos of 15 degree, what do? You have to remember those formulas, okay? Cos of 15 degree is what? Cos of 15 degree, how we can write? 45 minus 30, correct? Or 60 minus 45 also you can write, anything you can write. 60 minus 45 also you can write. You have to just write that difference of two standard angles. Then cos x, cos y minus sin x, sin y. Sorry, here it is plus sin x, sin y. Just remember for this is minus for cos. If this is minus, this is plus. This is plus, this is minus for cos. And sin, if this is plus, this is plus, this is minus, this is minus. Okay. And for cos, we start with cos, then sin. Okay. You have to remember those, both of those formulas. Those are very important. Sin x plus y and cos x plus y. Okay. Similarly, if we simplify this, what we get? Cos of 45 degrees 1 upon root 2, cos of 30 degrees root 3 upon 2, sin of 45 degrees 1 upon root 2, sin of 30 degrees half. Okay. Then simplify and you get the answer. Okay. Same way you can find for all trigonometric ratios. Okay.